Uh, the number one thing that I feel separates me from a lot of people is that I absolutely love doing this. There is no just talking. It's all doing the work, and I feel like I absolutely love what I do. I put my heart and soul into it, and football is always on my mind, and I'm trying to be the best that I can be, to be the best teammate, and make as many plays, and all that stuff starts here.
What is so important about this time?
I think it's just building chemistry as a team on and off the field. We're putting out there a lot more. We're doing a lot more social events together this year, but I feel like we've always done a good job of building great chemistry off the field. And then on the field, just trying to figure out who we are and start to create that identity that we always talk about, and just really hone in on our craft, get the new guys familiar with the playbook, familiar with playing with us, and just running to the ball and getting the basic stuff instilled in us.
What's the identity of this defense right now?
It's fun right now. We're flying around. I always say flying around. We're getting swagger. We're just having a really fun time, but at the same time, we're also very serious. We're very detailed, and I'm really happy with the progressions that we're making.
How much better can this defense be than it was last year? I mean, you see a lot of area for improvement.
Yeah,
right?
there's a lot of area for improvement. I think no matter how good of a year you had the year before or how bad you had a year, there's always room for improvement. I think that's what you say this time of year is so important for us to come out here and understand what we weren't so good at last year, what we were good at, and just continue to get better individually and as a team.
Given the season you had last year, the chance to play in the Pro Bowl and everything, what's the next step for you? What has been the goal for you this coming in this season?
More splash, more plays. I think I left a lot of plays out there, and I feel like I definitely got in a rhythm towards the end of the season and felt more comfortable in all aspects of the game, not just like pass rush, run defense stuff, but also just try to build that leadership role and try to be a guy that some of the younger guys can look up to, and just be a tone setter in general for the defense and the whole team.
What does that look like as far as building that leadership role in settings like this for you?
I think it's huge. This time of year is really big because, like I said, my rookie year I was really big on staying quiet and just working. Second year, still trying to really prove myself, and I feel like I still haven't totally proved myself, but I feel like through what I've done around here, extra work that everyone sees me put through work, that I can start to get into that leadership role and really kind of have a voice in this defense.
In terms of the leadership part of it, did you feel a sense that you needed to step up? Did anybody urge you to do that? Or was it just kind of did you feel like there was a need for it? I mean, where did you kind of get the feeling that was something you needed to do?
No, I don't think I had a need to do it. I just think it's who I am as a person. I think dating back to my Wisconsin days, the first few years you kind of just get your feet wet, you kind of really get the respect of a lot of guys, and then you see that guys are starting to follow you, ask questions, how your diet is, how you're sleeping, how you study film, all that stuff, and you're like, wow, some guys are really following in my footsteps. It's time to take over a leadership role, and it kind of just blossoms into what it is. And I think when you're a rookie, you can't do that. Like I said, year 2 you start to, and then year 3 and 4 is when you really kind of develop.
In terms of any aspects of the game that you felt like you improved most from year 1 to year 2, and things you want to improve this year?
Pass rush. I mean, I'm way more comfortable on the left side, first of all, and this is my first true year on the left side after a year under my belt, so I feel like I'll have a lot more moves for all you guys to see this year, hopefully, and hopefully just create more splash and rundowns too. I feel like I can definitely improve on run defense always.
Is it important to have a signature move, or is it better to have a whole array of them?
No, I mean, everyone's different. Some guys have signature moves, some guys have a whole bunch of moves. I think it just depends on who you are and what moves are hitting at certain times. And if it's your signature move and it's not working, you gotta be able to have the strength to not use it all the time.
TJ, is there an art to the strip sack and the recover? Because you guys, both you individually and as a team, were very good at getting the ball out last year, but then not so much with the recoveries.
Yeah, I think the strip sack is definitely something that I always focus on. I think just being aware of where the quarterback's holding the ball. I'm a front side pass rusher when it's a right-handed quarterback, so a lot of times they have the ball in tight. Just always having your eye on the football, and then obviously the football's a weird shape, so when it's on the ground, it's definitely hard to get to. I think some of that stuff is, I mean, we're trying to get the ball. It's sometimes it just doesn't bounce your way.
Hey, TJ, shooting some of the drills, just talk about the way you and Bud are pushing each other, because you can just see how hard the two of you working together all the time.
Yeah, I think we both understand that we're really good athletes and that we both look up to each other, and it's good to have that kind of star power when I go up against Bud, because Bud is a heck of an athlete, and he can do some things that I can't do, and I can do some things that he can't do. So we're definitely always pushing each other in every aspect of the game.
What are those things?
Have you seen Bud's legs? I mean, have you seen my leg? Bud's legs are like tree trunks. He can accelerate so fast. He can his power is there, and he drop in coverage and just covers so much ground in like 1 or 2 steps. It's like Giannis in basketball. It's crazy.
Maurkice, what do you like? Why is the culture here strong enough to withstand what's happened the last year or so?
It's Pittsburgh, baby. That's how we rock. It's easy.
What are those young guys, behind Filer, Chooks and those guys? What are those guys, you have to be happy with the depth you got there.
Yeah, they bring in the right type of guys, man. Guys that like to go to work, like to work on their craft, and obviously they've been great in college, but it's time to prove it here. But I think we got the right guys to help them out and the right coaches, so they'll do pretty good.
Maurkice, what do you do here this time of the year? Do you work on things individually for you, or do you?
You work on your
other guys.
Yeah, you do both. You work on your individual technique. You're building chemistry with guys, getting closer with them, seeing how everybody's doing in the off season, and things just carry over, man. When you're around guys a lot, you play with them a lot, you practice with them a lot, they start to love each other. So that's the thing about it.
How much does it help when you have almost full participation here for these kind of things?
I mean, it's been great, man. Practices look really, really good. Coach is helping us out a little bit with the play calling and things like that, and we're just all really motivated and positive about what's going on right now.
BJ has the versatility. He's stepping in for Dave while Dave's not able to be here. And he's going for you. What's he bring?
You guys know, every time he gets in the game, he plays a hell of a game, man. He's a smart player. He's strong in there. He always does his job the right way, and we appreciate that.
You seem in each of these practices, once or twice, you're making some catch that isn't an easy catch.
Yeah.
Is there anything more you need to show them in terms of catching the ball, because you certainly keep doing it?
I just got to keep doing what I'm doing, every day. Coach Tomlin asked me, what I got for him today, and I just said it's gonna be the same thing. Just gonna try to come out here, make plays like I do, make the tough catches, and just keep trying to help the team win.
Thanks,
what
man.
Specifically do you try to do in OTAs? What can be gained from these?
Just show my conditioning. That's the main thing. Finishing runs, making the tough catches, knowing the plays, playing faster, but most definitely just showing that I'm in condition. That's the main thing coming in OTAs, because we don't have pads on or anything, so we can finish downfield without getting hit or anything. So
Jaylen, how much more is there to your game that we haven't seen yet because of your limited opportunities your first year?
It's a lot. We'll see this year. I think I'll be a better runner this year as a running back, and not just catching, and definitely a better pass protection.